This committee of the whole meeting, of the Board of Education School District number 40 at 6 p.m. on Monday, October 14, 2024 at the Arlington Arts Center. Roll call.
Audrey Adamson.
Here.
Kathy Smith.
Here.
Mona Dixon.
Here.
Jason Farrell. Here. Lindsay Hines.
Here.
Andrew Ware.
Here.
Aaron Walter Smith. Abigail Greenlee.
Here.
Teal Kumar.
Here. Not have any members participating remotely. So next, approval of the minutes for the committee of the whole meeting of September 9th, 2024. Second. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public comment and participation? Have any? All right, Hamilton Student Spotlight.
Yeah, we have from Hamilton here, and Mr. Mills is gonna lead us, so I'm gonna turn it over to him.
All right, board welcome, or thank you for having us tonight. I know these spotlights are an awesome thing for you guys to see because you guys get to look into what we do on a daily basis. But I'll be honest with you, I have experts here that are going to kind of share what they do. So we have Mrs. Teed, our school counselor, Sarah Teed. We've got Carter, Seneca, and Callie. And Miss Carter is here as well, who is our you do everything, honestly. Building supervisor, thank you. And they're going to kind of go through what we do before and after school.
So we were really excited when we knew that we could, share something with you. So we were trying to think about what was something kind of special and unusual that we could share with you. And one of the things that Hamilton does really well is we have really great before and after school clubs that offer a lot of different enrichment opportunities to students. So after COVID, we made it part of our school improvement plan to increase our community involvement by making sure that we had clubs and activities that our students wanted to participate in. So we made it part of our SIP goal that all 2nd through 5th graders would participate in at least one before or after school club and activity. We know that goes into your sense of belonging. We know it goes into your sense of school spirit. And we also have the hypothesis that if you try a club and activity at Hamilton and you like it, that's going to lead to more involvement at the middle school and high school. And we know that that's key for student success. So we achieved our goal. But one of the things we did is we surveyed the students to find out, okay, I think it'd be great to have these clubs, but what would they really like to see? So we came up with some different clubs and activities they wanted to see. A huge part of how we were to make this happen and make our clubs where anyone could participate is we are so thankful for our community partner, MetroLink. We have about 75 to 90 kids who take the bus home every day after school. So those kids weren't able to stay to participate in a club and activity because the bus was their ride home. So we were so thankful on Tuesdays. We have really streamlined. The majority of clubs and activities are always Tuesday now. That way families can plan ahead and the bus comes back. I even get a little chills every time I say it because I'm so thankful every time that bus comes back at 3:30. Last week I think we had 7 kids get back on. But those 7 kids were able to participate because of our community partner. Okay, so just wanted to highlight a few of our clubs and activities. We have Books and Braids Club, which Seneca is going to talk about in a little bit, where you come before school and staff volunteer to braid your hair and you read books with your friends. We have Spanish Read Aloud Club. So we partnered with the Heritage Language Program at the high school and had juniors and seniors come to Hamilton after school and read aloud to students in Spanish. So we really made sure to invite our native speakers as a way to help promote their sense of pride in their ability to be multilingual. And then we also invited other students who wanted exposure to Spanish. And so it was a really cool opportunity to just have so much Spanish spoken after school. So we just had a couple of the high schoolers wanted to share their experience.
Hi, I'm Ashley. Something I really enjoyed when reading to the kids was when the kids like first and grade 2, even the kids who were willing to try new words, and I really enjoyed that. And that was something I'd like to do again. Hi, my name is Miss Hercules, and I was part of the reading program.
And a big thank you to Erin Studeman who made that club possible. We have cup stacking club. We have coding club. So this was a special club we did last year. And looking at our math data, we noticed we had a very high percentage of 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders above the 90th percentile in math specifically. So we decided, how can we add some enrichment to these students after school? So this was an invitation only club. We partnered with the PTO to make sure that any kid that wanted to participate could. There was a small cost, so some families paid that, and then the PTO offered a scholarship to everyone else. So everyone was given their own coding device. They came after school, they learned how to code it, and then they got to take that home so they could continue coding. Maker Fest, this was another one that was new last year. So at Maker Fest, we gave the kids a challenge to come up with a product that would make our world a better place. And they came up with so many different cool prototypes of things that were totally student driven that might be future inventions someday. Academic team, 5th grade club. Dance club, we have dance club tomorrow. So dance club is very popular. It is 2nd and 3rd grade and then 4th and 5th grade. They stay after school and Mrs. Olson so graciously teaches them a group dance. Student council, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. After school choir led by Miss Lewis. Ham Fit Club, we do a Ham Fit in the fall, we do a Ham Fit in the spring. So in the fall, our Ham Fit focuses on running, getting ready for our fun run. And then in the spring, we do athletic stations. Art Club, led by Mrs. Reed, our art teacher. All right, and we wanted to say we so appreciate the staff and the parents that volunteer to make these clubs possible. A few of them have a stipend, but most of them are just volunteer driven because at Hamilton, we really want to make sure students have a lot of enrichment opportunities. So we're able to provide a lot of cool opportunities to just enhance their learning. So Cam and Seneca and Callie wanted to tell you their experience. Callie?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for your gathering here today. I'm excited to share a little bit about our after-school program, the Coding Club, why it's important for our school and our community. In the world today, coding is not just a skill, but it shows great talent and creativity. Our Coding Club offers students the opportunity to learn and explore in a fun, supportive environment. Coding Club can help develop critical thinking skills that are essential in not only technology, but in all aspects of life. It encourages students to work as a group and use teamwork, and it is a great form of expression, as students can use what they have learned to reflect their interests and passions. I have participated in the Coding Club. Coding Club made me feel comfortable in learning technology, and it also inspired my creativity on all the things you can do and learn in the Coding Club. Coding Club is much more than just an after-school activity. It is a space for students to grow, collaborate, and discover their potential.
Hello, I'm Cam, and I participated in Maker Fest, Ham Fit, Coding Club, Cup Stacking, and Student Council. My favorite club was Student Council because we helped lead kindergarten students in activities during recess. It was movement. I went to kindergarten recess and I had a whistle. I taught them how to bear crawl and other housekeeping. This helped them be more athletic. These clubs helped me with my leadership, and it also helped some of us kindergarten students who were more shy feel like a leader and like they belonged at Hamilton.
I'm Seneca. I participated in Dance Club, Maker Fest, Books and Braids, Cup Stacking, Coding Club, Ham Fit, Student Council, and Art Club. At Books and Braids, teachers braid our hair in different styles. Read books while we get our hair braided. Also, when you can read to your friends, it's a good practice for your reading skills. I would definitely say these clubs help you meet new kids. You mostly just know the kids in your grade except your brothers. But at clubs, you can get to know lots more students at our school. At Maker Fest, I got to do a presentation and create a product. It helps you think of more ideas for the future. Also, some kids might be more interested in being an engineer because they were solving problems constantly. I really like seeing the other students' creations.
All right, that concludes our presentation. Do you guys have any questions?
Good question, just wondering for coding club, because several mentioned it, what devices did you use, and like what program are you using?
For coding club, we have been using Microbit, and it's been helping us learn how to code very easily. And it also has been helping students know how to actually code instead of actually programming it using letters.
So not a question, but Cam and Santa Fe and Kelly, thank you so much for sharing with us and for you guys, like Hamilton does such a good job as you also like offering such diverse set of after school and before school clubs. So thank you for all the time you all spend on that stuff.
It's our privilege.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Please appreciate scoring great for us.
Callie, right?
Callie?
You did coding, right? What was one of the program, something that you programmed?
Something that I programmed was my own Microbit. So what I had programmed on there, we like a pet. And what I did was when I basically pressed the button to start it on,
And Seneca, what was your favorite book that you read at Books and Words?
I read a lot of them. I can't really remember all of them because I read so many.
I would just say one. It's very special. One thing she likes is they have like 6 options and you get to pick which style of braid sounds good for you. So what's your favorite one? What's your favorite braid?
I think number 1.
Can you describe it?
I think it's like it goes inside braids and then like kind of like a bun.
And then Ken, you said you didn't make your fist, right?
No.
No?
That was I just did it.
The student council. What was your favorite project you guys worked on at student council?
My favorite project was when we helped the kindergarten students, and I actually did it with my friend, Bennett Hines. We're both in student council at this time. So me and him led that.
You guys did really good. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Now, up next, facility presentation by Mr. Jones.
All right, well, thank you, everybody. In our yearly tradition, we usually like to give a facilities update to the board in October. So we're just gonna go a little overview of what we're working on right now, some completed projects, some current projects, future projects that we're looking at, and some future security upgrades. So currently our district initiative is mainly deferred maintenance, some security upgrades, classroom space, food service upgrades, and our athletic updates. Being that we're kind of at the end of our major construction and HVAC projects, we now have the ability to kind of catch up on all those little items, like our, heat pumps, boilers, all the little things that, aren't flashy, but are the behind the scenes things that we need to take care of. We also are looking into upgrades for our front entrances, some security cameras, and alert systems. We're also preparing some space at the high school for more classroom space. This is mainly like in the D-wing area. And then with our athletic field study that we did last year, now we're in that planning and design stages of kind of trying to accomplish some of those updates. So what have we completed so far? The welding lab, that has been completed over this summer. This really was a complete redo of what we had there. It brought in a new ventilation system. We have some new welders, welding booths, some new storage for those students and staff. And then it brought in some new of our innovative equipment, like our robotic welder. The John Deere stage lighting and Wilson stage lighting. This was kind of a long drawn out process. We ran into some issues with engineering on this one, but they finally approved us to hang all the lights on the steel structures that were up there. And now we have the ability at both of our middle schools to have that more professional production. The Moline secure entrance, that is finally completed. This really allows the high school to vet those individuals that are coming into our buildings in a more secure location. It just brings a little bit more of that security to our staff and our students on a daily basis. Some more of the deferred maintenance stuff, the parking lots, playground ceiling and striping. This just really gives, it kind of brightens up that space at each one of our buildings, as well as giving that, giving those parking lots a little bit more life in them, so we don't have to rip those up on a more regular basis. And then our UV film projects, we were noticing a lot of issues with that heat gain coefficient when we did all the HVAC projects. So we added UV film to Butterworth, the high school, and Jane Addams. That has really decreased the load on our chillers and has made those classrooms a lot more comfortable for those students and staff. So current projects that we're working on, we have the Wilson fire alarm. We have contractors in there on a daily basis. They're running all the wiring for this new fire alarm. We're having some issues, some reliability issues with the current fire alarm system. So upgrading this was pretty essential in making sure we have that reliable system when, God forbid, there is a fire, that we can notify the correct first responders. Then Lincoln Irving expansion, as you all know, that is slated for the summer of 26 to start, but we're in all of the planning stages. So meeting with those, that staff and community stakeholders to make sure that we get this project right. So doing all of our due diligence. The Washington basement remodel, this is another area where we're trying to improve to give that more space for Washington, community space. We've been working kind of hand in hand with the facilities department and the building administration to make sure that we get all of that correct. The pool upgrades. So currently our filtering system at the pool needs to be upgraded. So we are getting proposals on that, and in that process, we have to have a full evaluation of the pool. So that has started and it's underway. Basically, the IDPH makes it necessary for us to have that full evaluation before we can do any upgrades to the pool. So once we get that report, then we can start tackling the filtration system and some other upgrades that we want to look into for that pool. Shed replacements, this is a yearly thing that we've been doing, just replacing all of our old sheds, giving each one of our buildings just a cleaner, nicer area to store all their equipment. We recently replaced a tennis shed. We have 2 sheds on order for Butterworth and Wilson, and then Butterworth just got theirs recently, and that was partially PTO funded. And then cafeteria furniture and upgrades. We have really been looking into upgrading that furniture in our high school, as well as the serving lines, and then replacing that carpet with a more hard surface, and then possibly painting that area just to make it more of an inviting space for those students, and a more efficient space for those serving lines. Wilson Secure Entry. So this is one of our security initiatives. The current doors need to be replaced, so we believe that it would be best to just create that secure entry at the same time, give them something similar to what the high school now has. Upgrading door release systems. So we just got a proposal for, I believe, 7 of our buildings to replace those. The old ones, they're just aging, so replacing those, making a better, more reliable system. And then adding additional cameras. In our quarterly safety meetings, we're constantly talking about what our priorities are on our camera system. So constantly evaluating that and adding those to our buildings. D-wing flooring upgrade, like I spoke about earlier. Those have to be designed for the asbestos abatement, and then we can remove that flooring and then put like a concrete coating over that, so it gives that industrial tech area another classroom to add to their curriculum. Browning field updates. So, we're currently in the process of the concession bathrooms, and then next on that list for that would be the track and field. And then the John Deere front entry. We met with architects last week to start a preliminary design to start looking at that as another secure front entry for our buildings. Some other deferred maintenance items here. Wharton roof repairs. That's mainly going to be like our ice protection, those ice breaks. Those need to be replaced, and some gutter repairs. And then Jefferson roof replacement. That's just kind of a yearly evaluation that we do on our roofs. Jefferson is just slated for that next round. And then the Jefferson HVAC upgrade, trying to be equitable across the district and making sure that all students and staff have that air conditioning in their buildings. We are going to look into upgrading Jefferson, at least in the 6 classrooms at the bare minimum, but looking at a full proposal for that. And then security upgrades. So we've really been looking at a few companies, mainly for detection software and alert systems. So Zero Eyes and Verkada are software and camera systems that we looked into. Zero Eyes and Verkada have the ability to detect firearms throughout the building through the camera system. And then Blue Point, that is an alert system. So they have like a fire alarm pull down, but it would be linked to like your police or ambulance. And then they also have the little key fobs. So every teacher could have one on their fob, and they could press a button and it would do that same alert as a pull down would. And then Flip Lock, that is just like in a lockdown situation. They're just a different standard for locking your doors, and they meet a lot of the new code requirements on that. And then lastly, I do want to highlight a couple of our principals, Bob Beam and Grant Putnam. They really took an initiative to really highlight their buildings. And at the top here, that is a full vinyl wrap in front of the auditorium at Wilson. If you have a chance to go out there and look at it, it's really incredible. And then the mural that was done on Franklin was just beautiful. Like every time you drive right by the school, you just see this awesome mural, and it really makes the building pop. So I really wanted to give a shout out to those two principals to take the initiative and really make their building special. So, any questions? Yep.
I got a couple. So the secure entry here, I have heard that there were a couple little minor issues when they first finished up. Has that all been kind of squared away? It just seemed like little scheduling things.
Yeah, for the most part, there's a couple little things that they're still working out. Sometimes a door, the latch issue, but they pretty much got that figured out. And then there's just some kind of checklist items like little paint stuff here and there, but nothing that's concerning.
Yeah, and I just, I heard maybe some schedule stuff where at certain times of day there might have been, but that was, I wanna say the week after it was finished, so. And then, with the Washington basement, this is pure curiosity for me. And maybe it's already gone, I don't know, but, at that pit down there, is there still a giant old boiler in there? Or was that removed? I'm just, and if it wasn't, is it going to be?
Still there.
Okay, I was just curious. I'm glad there, it seems like a lot of underutilized space down there, so it'd be really nice to be able to get some use out of that, because there is a lot of space down there.
And last year we had the drain tile put in on the interior and a sump pit. So the water issues are gone down there. And we're working on cleaning up that floor right now, and the next step would be, either putting some type of coating over that floor or polishing it or something. And then we can start putting our some storage and some other items down there.
Thank you.
The security, sort of the systems upgrade stuff, are those things that we are moving forward with some of those organizations possibly, or is it that we're just starting some initial exploration into some of those systems?
For these 4 companies, these are mainly exploratory.
Okay.
And then possibly the flip block, we would do like maybe a pilot over at the Ed Center there.
Thank you.
On the welding, you said the welding lab and all of that was completed, is that space occupied by students right now?
Yes, yep, they are currently using it.
They are. And then the D-Wing, is that where EdTech was, EdTech had their office space and we're looking at expanding that for some driver's ed classrooms, or is it something?
So that is where EdTech is. The area that I was talking about is D101. That used to be a shop class.
Correct.
And the flooring, it like buckles during the summertime. So pulling that out and making that actually a usable space moving forward. And then the EdTech area, we haven't decided exactly what we want to put in there yet. But those are just all conversations that we've been having internally.
For that D101 room, is that what we're voting on tonight with the asbestos? Is that one?
Yes.
One of the steps? Okay.
Yep.
And then my last question was about how do we prioritize so the secure entry phase for our buildings? Because I noticed that in the board memorandum, we talked about we're first going to look at placing the doors at Wilson. Was it ever a plan of action as far as like Wilson will be after the high school secure entryway was put in, Wilson and John Deere will be next, because we talked about John Deere in the how do we prioritize those?
So John Deere would be slated next. So mainly the 2 middle schools would be the next on the list. We had got to talk with Leggett on that yet. So we had a meeting with them last week. I would be bringing that probably to the board next meeting here to get that design completed. But those 2 could happen in conjunction with each other.
I think, Ramona, I don't mean to follow up on you, but I think your question was more of how are they being like prioritized, right? Isn't that?
Yeah, so we're basically working from the top down, high school down to the middle schools, down to the elementaries.
Size-wise?
Yeah, is how we're looking at it.
And because I think it's like, some of us are new to this board, but not new to the information that has been disseminated over the course of years that we were, been watching. And I'm wondering from a facility standpoint, how do we keep track of, like, we've done this body of work and then guess we're moving in the right direction as a board. And I know we're trusting what you're bringing to us, your proposals, but it just would be good for us to know that we're checking off the box to provide equity across the board when it comes to the different projects that we're doing. So just being able to see it from that lens of you know, we've prioritized as a board, we've said last year, you guys might have said something last year that this was a priority to go high school in the 2 junior highs, but how do we, you know, latch on to that information? And the new board members that will be here in April, you know, being able to have something in front of us like this is a part of the ongoing plan. Even if it was something that was decided 4 or 5 years ago, just, you know, the way that boards come on, need to be a little bit of catch up. You're trying to see how these topics about in a timeline as well.
Definitely get that out to you. Any other questions?
With the murals, you know, I've seen most schools really post those, they take a lot of positive identification with it. Have you seen any other schools kind of take the ball with this and plan, hey, we're gonna do this now?
Yeah, so I know, Jane Addams, their PTO is all about it now. They saw Franklin's and they're ready to move on something. So I know there's a lot of talk with other building principals, other PTOs, PTAs, looking into doing something like this for their buildings. So
I know Logan's got that welcome wall, right outside the front office.
One more question is, on the shared replacements, some of the elementary schools have sheds for storage purposes?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I know we talked about the athletics as a different piece, but you threw tennis in there, that they had just gotten a shed replaced. Again, I know I was at the soccer game and the shed, probably, I don't know, like how do we do that replacement? Could those be replaced? Could those be on a cycle for replacement as well?
there is, yeah, we have that all on a cycle, so. All right, any other questions? All right, well, thank you very much.
Okay, next is the final review of the Board of Education agreement and protocol. So we've all, several weeks in the making, so our meetings, months. So I made all the changes that everybody wanted, didn't hear anything back from last week, so I think tonight's the night we make the agreement. So it's not really a vote, it's more of a sign off on everything. Before we leave, I can have you sign off on it. All right. We are going to adjourn the committee of the whole.
So,
All in favor?
Aye.
Two minutes. Calling to order the regular meeting of the Board of Education, School District Number 40, the following committee of the whole meeting on Monday, October 14th, 2024, at the Arts Center. Roll call.
Audrey Adamson.
Here.
Chet Smith.
Here.
Lauren Dixon.
Here.
Jason Farrell. Here. Lindsay Hines.
Here.
Andrew Ware.
Here.
Aaron Walden Smith. Abigail Greenlee.
Here.
Bill Kamon. Here.
Since there are no members participating remotely, we will go to the pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the minutes. Minutes of the regular meeting of the Board of Education. I did. Discussion? Word was right there. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, communications, public comment, and participation? None? All right. Consent agenda. Recommended motion that the Board of Education approve the actions contained in the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Chet Smith.
Aye.
Lauren Dixon.
Aye.
Jason Farrell.
Aye.
Lindsay Hines.
Aye.
Aaron Walden Smith. Audrey Adamson.
Aye.
Andrew Ware.
Aye. Gage Services, Lighting Architects, Wilson Middle School, and secure entry. Recommended motion that the Board of Education engage the services of Lighting Architects, Moline, Illinois for schematic design services, Wilson Middle School secure entry for a cost of $48,500. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Ramona Dixon.
Aye.
Jason Farrell.
Aye.
Lindsay Hines.
Aye.
Aaron Walter Smith. Audrey Adamson.
Aye.
Chuck Smith.
Aye.
Andrew Ware.
Aye. Approval of group insurance premium for active and retiree under 65 plan for 2025. Recommended motion that the Board of Education approve the district insurance committee's recommendation to increase active and retiree premium contributions insurance fund for the 2025 calendar year for group insurance premium rates.
Second.
Discussion.
I just want to say something about all the insurance that we're going to go over tonight. So the insurance committee worked really hard and discussed a lot of different options on what was going to be the best for our district. And it's unfortunate that we have to increase our premiums at all. Obviously, that's not what we wanted to do. But this really was kind of the only way forward to keep it reasonable for our employees, our retirees, our districts. So just kudos to the whole insurance committee here.
Thank you, Lindsay, for being here.
And I'm on the insurance committee now.
So, but it's probably one of the most listen, less glamorous committees.
It's slightly depressing, but that's okay. But no, everyone really did their homework on this, so.
I knew it was gonna be a burden, so.
I figured that, thank you.
Mr. Malman is here as well. Questions?
Yeah, if anybody has a question. Okay. Any more discussion? Roll call, please.
Jason Farrell. Aye. Lindsay Hines.
Aye.
Aaron Walter Smith. Audrey Adamson.
Aye.
Chuck Smith.
Aye.
Ramona Dixon.
Aye.
Andrew Ware.
Aye. Right. Approval of group dental insurance for 2025. Recommended motion that the Board of Education approve MetLife for group insurance for a total projected cost $589,543 the 2025 calendar year. Discussion. Roll call.
Lindsay Hines.
Aye.
Aaron Walter Smith. Audrey Adamson.
Aye.
Chuck Smith.
Aye.
Ramona Dixon.
Aye.
Jason Farrell. Aye. Andrew Ware.
Aye. Approval of voluntary vision insurance United Healthcare for 2025. Recommended motion that the Board of Education approve the renewal for voluntary vision insurance to United Healthcare 2025 calendar year.
Okay.
Discussion. Roll call.
Aaron Walter Smith. Audrey Adamson.
Aye.
Chuck Smith.
Aye.
Ramona Dixon.
Aye.
Jason Farrell.
Aye.
Lindsay Hines.
Aye.
Andrew Ware.
Aye. Health insurance renewal for 2025. Recommended motion that the Board of Education approve the renewal of group health insurance administrative services only individual stop loss with Blue Cross Blue Shield, Illinois, for a total projected cost of $450,410.76 for the 2025 calendar year.
Second.
Discussion. Roll call, please.
Audrey Adamson.
Aye.
Chuck Smith.
Aye.
Ramona Dixon.
Aye.
Jason Farrell.
Aye.
Lindsay Hines.
Aye.
Aaron Walter Smith. Andrew Ware.
Aye. Approval to renew the prescription drug plan coverage for retirees over 65 to Medicare Part B. Recommended motions that the Board of Education approve the District Insurance Committee's recommendation to renew the prescription drug plan coverage for retirees over 65 to Medicare Part D. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Chuck Smith.
Aye.
Ramona Dixon.
Aye.
Jason Farrell.
Aye.
Lindsay Hines.
Aye.
Aaron Walter Smith. Audrey Adamson.
Aye.
Andrew Ware.
Aye. Approval of updated Board of Education Policy 4140, waiver of student fees. Recommended motion that the Board of Education accept for the first reading the revised Board of Education Policy 4140, waiver of student fees as presented.
So.
Okay,
Sorry, I forgot.
here.
I forgot, that's what I was gonna say, I was gonna read my thing. I would like to waive the second reading, allow the first reading to stand for First, second
Do you
reading.
want to withdraw your first?
Yes, can I withdraw my first thing? Sorry, I got ahead of myself.
And the language changes.
Changes are in the down. So
Pretty.
yeah, okay. I would like to waive the second reading and allow the first reading to stand for both the first and second reading.
All right, discussion.
Yeah, I do, the language change, it says in driver's education, and I'm just wondering how, we communicated to families, how families know that they're eligible for that waiver, for those fees, is that those driver's ed fees? A lot.
Everything for the waiver of fees at the high school is done through the high school office and usually with the free and reduced lunch applications so that they can end up getting these fees. I have to find out exactly what that letter and everything is that goes with it.
Yeah, because it says the superintendent or designee shall, put a process in place, and I'm just wondering what that process is.
Get you that information. Yeah, can you just send it? Anybody else?
So can we not waive it tonight, can we get that process information and then, because we still have time to vote on the updated policy.
But this is just an update from press, right? But this pretty much this is the
This is,
policy.
yeah, this is the, press did an audit of their own policies and had some language that they found that they inadvertently left out. And so all the districts that had already approved this press policy are being asked to now come back and reapprove it.
Us approving it won't impact being in place because it's in place regardless.
I disagree because it says at the bottom part of the policy itself, it says that we shall establish a process, so press changed the process to include driver's education. I'm just wondering.
So you're just looking for how do free and reduced lunch families know the benefits that they have?
Right, and that verification part of the policy that was updated is in place for us here at Moline. Which is, they struck out and that and driver's education piece that's a big piece.
So the motion's already been made, it's been seconded, so I would just, if you want to vote, just vote against it. That's, I mean, it just that.
We'll get that.
Or you can make a motion to table it, or it depends like how we want to do it. You can make a motion to table it if you want, or just let it. Okay. All right. Any other discussion? Roll call.
Ramona Dixon,
No.
Jason Farrell. Lindsay Hines.
Aye.
Aaron Waldron Smith. Audrey Adamson.
Aye.
Chet DeSmet.
Aye.
Andrew Ware.
Approval of memorandum of understanding United Way Quad Cities. Recommended motion that the Board of Education approve the memorandum of agreement between the Moline Valley School District and the United Way Quad Cities related to a collaboration that in communities and schools model of integrated schools model in the school district.
So
Second.
Discussion.
I just want to say I've gotten to sit on several meetings through the United Way's Education Council, and work in that, and I think this is going to be a lovely way to sort of have some sustainability to the things that are happening that we've seen happening at Washington, and sometimes when models are put in place, being them to scale can be really difficult, and this is going to allow this program in our community, both in Moline, but the other schools. So they're having a good press launch of it, I know, on Friday, but I'm really excited about the fact that we have a school that's already in this, and then we potentially have some other schools as this is scaled.
Any other discussion?
Roll call, please. Jason Farrell. Lindsay Hines.
Aye.
Aaron Waldron Smith. Audrey Adamson.
Aye.
Chet DeSmet.
Aye.
Ramona Dixon.
Aye.
Andrew Ware.
Aye. Great. reports, requests, open discussion, Dr. Savage?
Okay, first of all, we received this very lovely certificate from Illinois Association of School Boards, thanking you all for your membership. They're happy to support our district here in Moline Valley and wanted to make sure that you all knew that. End of first quarter is this Friday. That is unbelievable. Things sort of happen really fast in the fall. So I just want to thank the teachers, the staff, our amazing students, our parents, and our community for rallying for us just to kind of continue to make it through this very busy fall semester. Of course, parent-teacher conferences are next week, Thursday afternoon and Friday morning. Thursday would be an early release for students, and next Friday, the 25th, is a non-attendance day for students for those morning parent-teacher conferences. Concert season is upon us. There's so many wonderful opportunities to get out and see our talented students and band, choir, and orchestra. And I know band stuff happening out in the community as well and at our athletic events. So just so many fine arts opportunities along with athletics and every other kind of activity in our district. It's really exciting. There's something for every child here, and I love that. As a reminder, the Blackhawk Division event is next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow, October 22nd. If you are registered, or if you asked, I did get you registered, and that event starts at 6 p.m. at United Township High School. I did just see an email come out this afternoon about an before event focus group at 5:30 for anybody wanting to attend. And just a reminder, who all is attending? Okay, and thank you. Perfect, wonderful. Okay, I was just checking to see if we needed to post that as a board activity, but I think we're good. Also, speaking of the fall coming very quickly, the Triple I Conference is 5 weeks away, which is also very hard to believe. Those of you that wish to attend are all registered, your housing is assigned, and will be registered for all of the usual board events that we attend together as a collaborative group. If you have any questions or any needs regarding that process, please reach out. I wanted to give a shout out to Vince and also Keith for being so proactive regarding our facilities. It is no small feat, and it is no cheap process to keep all of our 18 buildings, I believe, in working order, but not just functioning, but also positive environments for our kids and our staff to thrive. You know, we have a 10-year facility plan, but this team, this group with Keith and Vince have been very aggressive in leaving no stone unturned and making sure that we're constantly seeking to improve. We're looking at making it more of a 5-year review because our facilities upgrade process is so active. So kind of to what you were referencing a little bit more a bit ago, Ramona, you're right. The plan is changing so much because so many things are happening. So I think have the right idea to make that plan as current as possible and be able to communicate that out. So thank you, Keith and Vince. It's a 24/7 responsibility, and I appreciate you both very much. Save the date for our second annual Community Partner Thanksgiving Tea. Last year, we provided a special recognition to a group of approximately 30 amazing community partners that go above and beyond to support their community schools. And this November, we plan to do that activity again and say a very large public thank you to another group of amazing organizations. Please save the date for the afternoon of Wednesday, November 15th, if you are able. We'd love to have some board members there to help express our gratitude, and I'll obviously send more information to you in print, but we don't want to make assumptions or just assume that our community knows how much we appreciate them. We want to very publicly thank them and make sure that they know that. I want to lastly just give a big shout out to Moline Public Schools Foundation. They continue to support every corner of our district. We received notification today that they're going to be dropping off 288 brand new backpacks to the district office just to distribute to our schools. We know backpack is important to students in so many ways beyond the obvious ones. And so we're very grateful for their continued support, not just at the beginning of the school year, but all throughout the year. And with that,
Fine arts, the showcase of the bands is tonight, which I'm hopefully going to go to and see Williams marching Marines after this. I also have several things to share about clubs. There is a club at the high school called Green Moline, which had been a long existing club and then last year got dropped due to lack of participants and lack of an advisor. And this year some kids have found an advisor and started that club up again, so I'm very excited for them. It's very sad when clubs get dropped because there's just not enough interest in them. And I also have two friends who are starting a new club called Book Buddies Clubs, and they're going to go read to elementary students throughout the district. And then Interact Club, one of our biggest clubs at the high school, the service, our service oriented club, has started the student hunger drive. That's their big project. I attended this kickoff at Riverbend Bake's storage over in Davenport a couple weekends ago, and I actually participated in the skit, and we ended up winning the skit competition for the first time in a really long time. And Heidi donated something like 1,000 pounds of food, I think, to us. So that was pretty exciting. And then one of our first big events is coming up this Thursday, October 17th, cafeteria from 5 to 7, called Empty Bowls. I participated in this last year and I'm making a soup again, so they come and the pottery students and other MHS students have made bowls that you can take, and then there's a small fee that you can pay to sample all the different soups that we have, and you can have a bowl of soup. It's always sounds fun.
Yeah, so a lot of exciting things that were newspaper. So for the first time in over 100 years, we expanded our school newspaper from 12 to 16 pages. So we had our first issue published last week. Last Friday was when it was handed out, so that was exciting for us. And then we're getting going on ShareDroids. So if you guys aren't familiar with ShareDroids is an event that we run every year to provide clothes for children within our district. So I think last year we raised over $50,000, helped clothe over 350 students. Right? So it's a pretty big part of our MHS culture. And our NHS is getting that started. We're actually having a meeting tomorrow morning. So students are going to be able to sign up for like our different committees, like our raffle, ice cream, donating committees. Students are going to engage in those committees to get shares going. In December, we're going to actually have that event. It's going to be a 2-day event, Thursday and Friday. After that, hopefully I'll be able to update all you guys on how that went.
Closed session. All in favor?
Aye.
Sweet. Closed session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved to second.
Discussion on this? All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Let's go.